social media platform, we are also live concurrently now. So especially for new people who have not been attending since the beginning, when I introduced Nithya Kriya in September, I'd like to again recap on what is a Nithya Kriya so that people have the right context. Then I'm going to talk about the chakras, okay? The Shastra Pramanas of the chakras. And then we will talk about some of the practice guidelines for this Kriya. Then we'll enter into the practice itself, okay? And finally, we'll have sharing of your experiences with some of you who are sitting with me now. So with that, let's go to the next slide. So very quickly, what is a Nithya Kriya? Swamiji defined a Kriya refers to a set of practices, mainly breath control techniques and exercises that are practiced to achieve a specific outcome. In this case, in today's Kriya is to stimulate your subtle energy centers, right? Your chakras. So the word Kriya is a Sanskrit word that means completed action, okay? Next slide. So when Swamiji introduced Nithya Kriya in 2011, he said that Nithya Kriya is a set of unique set of healing processes with knowledge and techniques drawn from the most authentic sacred yogic scriptures of Hinduism, with specific combinations compiled and expressed from the personal experience of His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, Swamiji himself. So Nithya Kriya is soundly anchored on the yoga scriptures like Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Hatha Yoga Pratipika, Giranda Samhita, and Shiva Samhita. So these are the references where he drew when he developed these kriyas. Okay, next. So understand Kriya is neither a technique nor non-doing like, or Upanishad. It's all this put together and something more, okay? Because it is a combination of few things. So there are 5 components. They are working in unison to create intended effect on our body. So first thing is breath. Then we also work on visualization. Then our body is put into certain yoga posture, yoga asana. See, Swamiji said, whatever posture the body is sitting or doing, it reflects certain consciousness, okay? So in each of the yoga asana, it is tuned to reflect certain consciousness. Then sound from inside, which is mantra, and sometimes sound from outside, which is music. So a combination of all these put together create a healing effect achieved by Nithya Kriyas, okay? And they are permanent because it works on the cellular biomemory, go all the way to your cells. And it generates natural storage, therefore it has no side effect, only good effects, healing effect. So besides receiving these healing processes, the Nithya Kriya also have very powerful permanent effect on your brain functioning. What it means is that because in the process, your Kundalini Shakti, your inner potential energy also gets awakened. Whenever inner potential energy, your Kundalini Shakti is awakened, it will rewire your entire brain grooves. That means what? The subtle non-mechanical part of the brain gets also awakened. Once it is awakened, your whole brain functioned at the peak capacity, at a much more higher capacity. See, like if let's say your brain is only habituated to logic, that means the left side of brain is always overworked, the right side of the brain is half the time asleep or not utilized at all, which means you are using only half of your potential, right? So in this case, when Kundalini Shakti is awakened, the whole brains get activated. When that happens, other parts of brain which is dormant also get stimulated. And when that happens, many possibility opens up. You have no idea what can be opened up. Next. So let's now enter into understanding the 7 chakras. Chakras means energy centers, okay? So they are subtle energy center of our body, which is aligned along the spine, as you can see. Now, see, earlier I mentioned we have 3 shariras, that means 3 bodies. One is the physical body, which is called the stula sharira, which is all the flesh and bones and the blood inside, okay? Then we have the subtle body. The subtle body is called sukshma sharira. This is the body that we do dreams, or we do astral travel. You know, when you are sleeping and you're dreaming, you dream that you're in America, you dream that you're in a cosmos, whatever you go, that body is the subtle body that you're traveling with, okay? And all the infra organs, you know, like chakras, are in the second energy body, okay, your sukshma sharira. Then the third body is the karana sharira, which is the causal body. The causal body, every night when you fall asleep into the dreamless sleep, names deep sleep, you fall into the causal body where how your body was created, okay? So that's where your body gets repaired, recharged, rejuvenated, and you come back, okay? So when people are deprived of going to the causal layer due to insomnia or disturbed sleep, this is where they don't recuperate, they don't recharge the body. So these are the 3 bodies we have, okay? So now, how these 7 chakras happen? So listen carefully. Imagine the subtle body and the causal body are two curved lines, okay? And your physical body is like a paper. See, on the paper is your physical body, okay? And you draw 2 curved lines, your causal body and your, we call that subtle body. When these 3 things intersect in 7 points, it's your 7 chakras. Understand? The 7 chakras is the intersection point of these 3 bodies. Your gross body, your subtle body, and your causal body. That is the reason why these energy centers are very, very powerful, because they are key to our energetic health. You can heal the body through the chakras by healing the chakras. If the chakra is disturbed, imbalanced, you invite diseases around the organs near that particular chakras, because our body and mind are rooted in the inner consciousness, okay? So the main focus in energy healing is the chakras. In Sanskrit, which means wheel. Chakras mean wheel, or that rotates, spinning. See, chakras should be spinning, okay? When it's energized, it can be as big as a car wheel. You know how the wheel of a car can be as big as that. But when it's blocked, it can be as small as a button, your shirt button, okay? So when your chakras are fully energized, it can expand so huge, okay? So imagine the intersection point of these 3 bodies, not just physical body, okay? Your subtle body and your causal body. When they all meet, and when something happens to that, many possibilities can happen, okay? So let me just go through each chakras from this picture. The base of the spine is called root center, Muladhara chakra, okay? And then that is the earth element, okay? The earth element, and the color is red. Then the second chakra, which is near the reproductive organ, is called Swadhisthana chakra. It is also known as your being center, the center of rejuvenation, okay? So when you are infused with a lot of fear, you block this chakra. Whereas when you are filled with fantasy, you're not able to live in reality, you block the root chakra. So the second energy center, Swadhisthana chakra, is the element of water. And the color is orange, as you can see, 6-petal lotus. Okay, then let's rise up to the navel chakra. Navel chakra is called the Manipura chakra, the navel center. And this is, the color is yellow, and the element is fire. This is where your digestive fire is, your Jarata Agni, which is responsible for conversion of the food that you eat into energy for your body, okay? So the digestive fire is what does the job. And also, digestive fire also is the one that helps to cleanse your body. It burns off toxin and things like that. Okay, so this is the third chakra, Manipura chakra. So when this chakra is disturbed, you have problem with the digestive system. So like that, you have disturbed Swadhisthana chakra, your whole reproductive organ is disturbed, imbalance. Then let's come to the heart chakra, Anahata chakra, called the heart center. This is, the color green. So this is a center which is the seat of compassion, the seat of, what I call it, love, causeless love, love without reason. And it gets blocked when you have this desire for attention from others, forgetting who you are, and you demand attention from others, or you seek approval from others, from society, from people you live around with, forgetting that you are love yourself. So, or you have lack of self-love, also block this chakra. This chakra is correlates with your breathing, basically your respiratory and your circulatory system. It means blood flow, your whole heart pumping actions and your breathing. Okay, so this is the heart center. So and whenever this heart chakra is blocked, you can imagine periphery organs get affected, including lungs cancer, heart problem, or breast cancer. So now let's rise up to Visuddhi, your throat center. This is the color is blue. Sorry, the heart chakra is the element of air. I forgot to mention, it's air element. Then the throat center is the element of space. The last three chakras are element of ether, space. So the throat center is called Visuddhi. Now this is the gateway to the endless cosmic energy. Okay, when your throat center is fully energized and awakened, you can tap into endless cosmic energy, which you will never experience tiredness. That means tiredness leave your system forever. Okay, and when this chakra is blocked, you get problem with thyroid or parathyroid glands, and also inability to express yourself in words. Okay, that means not able to express yourself fully in words in front of people. Okay, when you have a blocked throat center. So now let's go into Agnya chakra, third eye, okay, called the brown center. Now Agnya chakra is, as you know, the seat of all yogic powers, right? So Swamiji said something, if your third eye is not awakened, nothing is worthy inside. Only your third eye is awakened, you are a unit, you are like an entity. Before that, you have no difference from, like an animal and things like that. There's nothing worthy inside. So have the third eye awakened, which opens up all many possibilities. Okay, so, and the color is violet, as you can see. It is element of space, ether, and when this chakra gets blocked by arrogance and ego. And then let's come to the last chakra, crown center, Sahasrara chakra. Okay, actually the last chakra is actually an opening, like an opening that connects us to the cosmic energy, right? The universal energy. So it's not as a normal chakra as you can see. It's just an opening. And the crown chakra, the Sahasrara chakra, is actually it opens up by the feeling of gratitude. It is blocked when you take life for granted, when you have, forgotten that how much you've been showered. You always complain about life. You always feel discontentment about everything, about you, about life, everything, despite the fact that life has been good in many ways, but you're not contented. You feel that, something is missing, and you are just always feeling, that you're not enough. So that is how we block the different chakras. Okay, so I'm going to show you a chart now. Next slide. Okay, before that we get into the Shastra Pramana first. Okay, this Shastra Pramana is taken from the Yoga Chintamani Upanishad, verse 4. Okay, it says, asanas, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. These are the 6 limbs of yoga as per Paramashiva, Shashtanga Yoga, the 6 limbs of yoga. Okay, so which means where he described specifically the limbs and then the chakras. Okay, so on asanas, he described here 2 asanas are important for the flowering of consciousness, Siddhasana and Padmasana. Okay, so he mentioned if you're able to sit on Siddhasana or Padmasana. Siddhasana, for the woman version is called Siddha Yoni Asana. Okay, Siddhasana is for the men because you need to place your foot in your genital. So for the woman is Siddha Yoni Asana. Okay, for men is Siddhasana. So the easiest is sit in Padmasana. It had no difference whether male or female. Okay. Then in this Upanishad talk about the 7 chakras. He said the other chakra, which is Mula chakra, is of the 4-petal lotus among the 6 chakra in the body, right? And then there are 6 petal in the Swadhisthana chakra. Okay. And then the chakra with the 10 petal is navel chakra. And the Padma chakra, which is a heart chakra, is a 12-petal lotus in the heart. And the Visuddhi is a 16-petal lotus, on the throat. And the chakra with the 2 petals is located in the Agnya chakra, which is called a Brahmadaya. Okay, so this is the third eye. So they were just describing where the location of these 6 chakras. Next slide. Okay, so this is taken from Guaranteed Solution, the book, Swamiji's very first book that he which I personally get to know him. The first book I read from Swamiji. So very quickly, this can be this is a table where it shows that the 7 chakras, what blocks the chakras, and then what unblocks it, and what are the powerful cognition to unblock it. Okay, so I'm just going to read it out. So the first root center, Muladhara chakra, it gets blocked by greed and lust due to fantasy. When you're not living in reality, you're living in fantasy due to greed and lust. So he says, drop your fantasy and welcome the reality. So the powerful cognition to move, from fantasy to reality is move from perception to reality. He talked about the cognition. Perception is from your 5 senses, okay? Then move from senses to facts, from facts to truth, truth to reality. When you keep expanding your consciousness beyond time and space, you come to the reality as it is, rather than from your 2 naked eyes. Seeing from the 2 naked eyes is illusion. Okay, so now let's get into the second chakra, Swadhisthana. He says, fear, especially fear due to fear of death. See, all fears, he said, lead to the fear of death. Because fear of death means losing this identity, this pseudo-identity you created. So when you have a lot of fear, which of course fundamentally is a fear of death, a fear of losing this identity. So he said, face the fears. By facing the death itself, you will discover that you have the courage to face all fears, to handle all fears, okay? Because fear is what locks a lot of energy in this chakra and make you not able to feel alive. Fear is also the cause of the reason for not able to manifest wealth. Swamiji said that to manifest Lakshmi, to attract Lakshmi, the currency, you need to complete with all the fears, including fear of handling money, fear of losing money, whatever fear you may have in relation to wealth and money. Okay, so now let's look at Manipukara chakra, which is the navel chakra. The constant worrying pattern, even though you have nothing to worry, you think of something to worry, that kind of mental attitude blocks this chakra. So he said, when you stop worrying about your worries, that's what you need to do. And basically, all our worries are nothing but a collection of words in the language we know. So stop worrying, okay? Move into action. Just move the action rather than worry, because worry is what stops you from taking the action responsibility. Now, heart center, Anahata chakra. So when we seek attention, approval, or love from others, blocks this center, because we forget that you love yourself. You don't need anything from outside. You just need to radiate, express the self-love, without expecting anything from return. When you give, when you shower, you're not expecting something to come back to you. Don't have that expectation, because expectation is the root cause of many disappointment and incompletion. Drop all expectation. Just radiate that love. So responsibility gives you tremendous control over your life and makes you a leader. See, when you start taking responsibility, regardless of, expectation from anything, you become a leader, because you naturally will be drawn to that, because of the fact that you're taking responsibility from larger group of people, you naturally become the leader. So the Suddhi chakra, throat center, is blocked by jealousy, which comes from the root of comparison. See, comparison is the seed. The fruit is jealousy, when you become jealous. So he says, exhibit your individuality without worrying about others. That means realize that, hey, you're unique. Then what is there to compare? God created us. Paramashiva created us, in a unique way for every being. So there's no need to compare, But society make us compare and pigeonhole us into some kind of labels. That's where then you fall into jealousy, you feel inadequate, you feel, you're not worthy, you're not good enough. So drop all this stupidity, because just recognize that I'm unique, I'm who I am. I have my gifts, I have my talent. I'm here to bring this and contribute to planet Earth. So forget about what others bring. They bring their own and you bring their own. Just recognize that. You will open up this chakra powerfully. Anga chakra, which is your third eye, seriousness and ego. Seriousness comes from arrogance, okay? When you're arrogant, you become so serious. So the way to unblock this is innocence, simplicity, intelligence, by shedding all forms of ego, whether it's active ego or passive ego. There are two forms of ego, active and passive ego. Passive egos are the most cunning one. So you need to catch yourself if you're exhibiting passive ego. Then drop all egos and dissolve into the divine. And last but not least, Sahasrara chakra. The discontentment or taking life for granted is what blocks this center. The only way to unblock it is to always bring feeling of gratitude. Because see, our life in this body is a gift itself. So if it's a gift, how can we feel so ungrateful? You're given a life, and how can you complain when it's a gift? So when you do not take life for granted, especially those people who abuse the body and life, like burning the candle on both ends, and destroy the body and the life very quickly, especially if people who kill themselves, like Swamiji said, that when you do commit a suicide, that is the worst disrespect to life. And there is a huge crime against consciousness, huge karma that comes with that. So be sensitive and appreciative of everything around you, because everything is a gift. Feel the wonders of existence in continuously showering us. So that will open up the crown center. When you continuously enrich others, this chakra is kept open perpetually. That's why Swamiji said, always enrich, cause people's reality. This chakra will be open. That means the connection with the Guru, the Paramashiva, is kept open when you continuously enrich and cause others reality. Okay? A quick solution, a quick run through of the Guaranteed Solution book. Okay, now let's look at this Kriya. Okay, this Kriya, if you can, practice for the next 21 days and see what happens. See, somebody said any new habit or new muscle memory gets developed when you do something 21 days non-stop. Okay. If you want to create a new habit, do it for 21 days. It becomes part of you. So if you want to have energized chakras, a set of all the chakras, energy center energized, do it for 21 days and see what happens. Okay. No, especially if you are a regular practitioner of yoga, do it after you finish your physical body yoga asana set of practice. Then you sit and do this Nithya Kriya. Okay. So if those of you who do not do yoga or anything, right, you can just do some dynamic movement, like I mentioned, just move, shake the body in for 10 minutes. Okay. So that it awakens all the dormant energy and then make your body soft. Then you sit and do this Kriya. Okay. So those of you who are too lazy to do yoga practice or don't have this habit, at least do some, skeleton dance or dynamic body movement for 10 minutes. Okay. So that's what we do. Okay. Shall we now enter into the Kriya? So listen carefully. I'm going to explain first, then we all do it together. Okay. So this Nithya Kriya stimulates all chakras in the body. This Kriya will prepare your body and awaken your Kundalini Shakti. It's utilizing visualization. You need to have the power of visualization. Okay. It prepares you to receive the sacred truths from scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, from any truth that you read. Let's say during this 21 day, you decided to read a scripture. Let's say whether it's Shiva Sutra or Guru Gita, anything, some sacred scriptures or Vijnana Vairava Tantra, anything that related to, the truth, you will see that when you practice this Kriya, your ability to grasp the truth is enhanced. Okay, when you don't have this thing, sometimes you read, that means you cannot catch the ball, what this scripture is trying to do. Now, when in this whole 21 days, when you're doing this Nithya Kriya, try reading some scriptures and you see new clicks will happen. The deeper layer of the truths will be unfolded in your understanding. Okay. It's a good time to I also prepare you to, those of you who are attending Paramashivoham, whatever Swamiji says, you become an experience for you when a subtle brain grooves are activated. Do you understand? When you sit with him and boom, suddenly the experience will descend. When your like one part of brain is not active or still stuck in the mundane of the day-to-day survival. So when he initiates or he pour in energy, if you're not ready to receive, you cannot catch the truth. You cannot have an experience. At the end of the day, what we're here for, we're here to discover the consciousness. We're here to have spiritual experiences. Understand? It is only when all these spiritual experiences are recorded in our DNA, when you leave the body, you take that with you. You take that to your next body or your next journey. That's why Swamiji said that, because whatever you have accumulated in this body in terms of consciousness, you take that with you, is stay with you forever. That's why he said that when you take a new body, for instance, he can awaken your past power, whatever that you have done. It is possible to awaken all the powers you accumulated because you take it with you when you come down again. A guru, enlightened beings, is capable of doing that. Not only awaken your past life powers or whatever you have done in your spiritual work, he also update what you need for your this birth mission. Understand? If let's say this birth you come down to fulfill some prarabdha karma, he will know your prarabdha karma and he will give you additional power, upgradation, so that you can fulfill your life purpose. Understand? That is the purpose why we need to seek a guru. In the whole Gurukulam system, this is why kids go to the guru. So in the first, the 14 years before they reach 21 years, so they would have already remember their past birth biomemory. Guru will have awakened all their past birth biomemory and also initiated them into new biomemory for their purpose of birth in this body. This is a system how, when these beings, the Gurukul Balasan, when they leave the world, and I mean, if they leave the, sorry, what I call it, when they leave Gurukul or they decided to become a householder, they go contribute in society, they would have already been awakened, that means enlightened. So they will be contributing in their own capacity, whether it's taking sannyas or whether it's living as a householder, but contributing into the society. Both paths will lead to the same ultimate liberation. Understand? But it's the choice of the being, whatever path, you know, the being decides to take. Okay, so that's why we come to the Guru. So take this opportunity, do some reading, okay, this period. When you're doing this Nithya Kriya, it stimulates all the energy centers, chakras in your subtle body. Okay, like I mentioned, the chakras are like an intra organs, which is you can't see from the naked eyes, right? But they're the bridge between your physical body and the your consciousness. So infra organ is the bridge between your physical body and your consciousness. So that's why you need to work on them. Okay. Okay, any questions so far before I describe the technique? I take a pause now. Yes? Question? Okay. So I would describe the step, okay? Because once I start the process or the thing, you have to do it on your own. Okay? Because we'll be doing together. So you need to give your full listening now. So the first step is to sit in any comfortable meditative posture, whether it's Padmasana or Sukhasana, whatever posture you're comfortable with, okay? With the back straight, with the eyes closed, okay? So this is the first step. So I have put the two pictures, one is Padmasana, one is Sukhasana. So whichever meditative posture you're comfortable with. Then the second step, your mouth should be closed. You're going to roll the tongue to the back and touch the throat. Okay, that means this is called Kejari Mudra, the tongue lock. So you roll the tip of the tongue and push it to the upper palate at the back of the throat as far as you can. Okay, so this is called the Kejari Mudra. So this is the second step. Okay, don't do it now. I'm describing first so that you know mentally what you need to do. Third, once you're seated and your tongue are locked, then inhale very slowly through the nose, okay? And creating a hissing sound, like a ujjayi breathing, like that. Like that. Okay? Like an old sound at the back of the throat. Because when you constrict slightly the back of the throat, the air will rub against the back of the throat, creating like an oceanic sound, okay, called ujjayi breathing. The hissing sound. And then in that breathing, you do it slowly, okay? You have to also activate your power visualization. You're going to visualize a lotus. You know what's a lotus, right? Because lotus are metaphysical representation of chakras. So you visualize a lotus growing from your Muladhara chakra, like a bud. Okay? You know how a lotus bud, before it flowers, like a bud? So you visualize it comes from your root chakra, okay? And from the base of the spine, it is spreading, is growing like a green stem. You know how the stem of the bud is growing all the way to the top of your head. And then it opens up like a lotus flower, okay? See your lotus bud open into a flower, the lotus flower at the crown center on the inhale, okay? But this is the whole inhalation. You're supposed to visualize that thing reaching up to the top and open. Okay. Then hold the breath. After inhalation, retain the breath. Visualize the lotus is opening and closing. How long you can open and close depend on your ability to hold the breath. Let's say maybe you can only do 2 seconds. Tung, 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 tung. Okay, come down. So when you feel that you can't hold anymore, close the butt. Bring the whole butt back to Muladhara chakra. Okay, got it now? wait. So you're supposed to do this at least 11 times, but today we can have a little bit of time to do 21 times. Okay, so we will be doing this together. So make sure that your visualization are in tune with your breathing. Inhalation, visualizing the butt growing all the way to the crown, open. Then hold the breath, visualizing the lotus flower is opening and closing. How long, how many times you open and close, depend how long you can breathe. The moment you can't breathe already, you close and bring it down on exhalation, back to the root chakra. Okay?
My question, Ma, you were saying that inhale slowly to the back of the throat, is it? So the tongue is curled up to the throat.
Yes.
And we inhale to the throat there.
Through the nose, but you will create a hissing sound, like a ujjayi breathing. You know how ujjayi breathing is? But this time round, the tongue is pushed to the back of the throat. Okay, got it now? This is tongue lock. Just put it on top of the roof of the mouth. Okay, some of you, because you have not trained your tongue, you feel very tired, okay? Just push the tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. It's easier, okay? Can? If your tongue is able to stretch, because you have trained the muscle long enough, you can push it further, then do it. Otherwise, at least roll it and press it on top of the roof of the mouth. You know, like this is quite easy, okay? It's only when you need to push all the way to the back of the throat that is the difficult one. Okay, shall we do it now? No more question, huh? So I will be playing this Oshu's this chakra sound. Okay. I want you to do it 21 times. Each one of you, please do it by your own pace 21 times. You use the hand to count. Your hand to count so that you don't lose, because we will not be doing at the same pace, because my inhalation, your inhalation will be all at a different pace individually. So you have to do it on your own pace. Okay. Yeah, when you're retaining the breath, you just see the lotus flower is ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Okay. Yeah, when you breathe out, it close the lotus and bring the butt back to the Muladhara chakra. Okay. Ready? Okay, so now sit. Make sure you use your hand to count 21 times. Okay. Let's do now. Sit. Put the back straight, close your eyes now. Roll the tongue, push it to the roof of the mouth. If you can, push it to the back of the throat. Now start the inhalation, creating a hissing sound, ujjayi breathing. At the same time, visualize a bud of a lotus from the root chakra, reaching to the crown center. Open the lotus flower. Open and close as you hold the breath. When you can't hold anymore, close the bud and bring it down to the root center. Let's start now. Do it comfortably, no strain. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can slowly, very slowly open your eyes. Parameshwar, you can go to the last slide. So now we can have some sharing. How was that experience? Huh? How you felt the Kundalini energy awakening? Powerful energy awakening. I realized that thing on the crowd. Oh my God, it's like so much energy. Huh? You want to type on the chat or you want to unmute? Let me see. Anyone want to share? How was it? Yeah. Oh, there's Sharika still in there. So can't get out. So how was it? Anyone to share? Very strong energy, of course.
It's very nice. I liked it very much.
Yes, I love this Kriya. I tell you honestly, that's why I decided. I was thinking, what Kriya should I do? Then I just think, okay, this one nobody had done it before. Let me just bring it up. I'm glad you enjoy it.
Yes, it was quite difficult in the beginning.
Yes, it take a bit of practice.
I think it took me 12 breaths, 12 rounds before I could really get used to it. But it was a very nice experience because I meditated this lotus, and then I saw the sun shining on it, and then when it came down, I felt myself under the water.
Nice.
Afterwards, and then I think on my 20th round, I saw Kailasa. So
Wow.
that really struck me. Yeah, it was very nice, and I'm sweating now. So incredible.
Right? Huh? Do you feel hot when you're doing that?
Yeah.
I feel hot.
Yes,
now.
very hot now.
Oh yes. Come on, all your energy centers are being awakened. What do you expect?
Yeah, so I'll do this for 21 days.
Good girl. Let's see how many people will do for 21 days.
I will do this.
Yeah, so and it's funny to visualize the lotus coming out. Yeah, it's like, you know how the bud is growing from the water, is rising along the spine. You have to create that visualization. Then the minute it reaches the crown after the inhalation, then you open up, right? Then you let it open and close, let it open when you're retaining the breath, right? It's like the flower is absorbing the energy at there. Then once you're done already, you close it back and slowly bring it down back to the root center. So the whole process. The reason why I decided to do 21 rounds, because like for people like Jane had never done this before. She only got that by the 12 rounds. If I say only do 10, 11 times, you would have missed it, right? So that's why I do 21 rounds. So I'm just saying do at least 11 times. I mean, for beginners who are not used to the tongue, not used to the visualization, maybe kick off with 11. But today I decided that let you all try, because you guys are quite a long-term devotees of Swamiji, so it's easy for you to do the Kriya. So that's why, and you have been doing Kriyas with me for the last 4 months now, September, October, November, right? 3 months. 3 months now. So you should be able to handle this initiation. Great. So strong energy, yes. Because your visualization is also activated, you start to have vision experiences when you work on the chakras. Okay, so blessing. What about here? How is it? You need to see, when you say it's difficult to visualize, it means what? No? Yeah, the tongue is whole time there. The tongue never moves. Whether you're inhaling, exhaling, the tongue is still stuck there. So the whole point is when you're not able to visualize, see, the power of visualization works on your Vijnana Vairava Kosha. Vijnana Maya Kosha. It means the visualization layer where it's closest to your body of light, your soul. So for someone who has always been very left brain driven, right? So the visualization may need a little bit of practice, put it that way. It's not going to come like thing, you know, for people who are not used to visualization. So work on that. You open up new possibility in you when you're able to activate your power of visualization. See, your visualization is what you create inside you and you manifest in the outside world. If your ability to visualize is limited in your inner space, your ability to manifest in the outer world will also be limited. Okay? It's just like an artist, before he create a sculpture, it first had to be created inside the inner space first. Any painting, any artistic creation is first created inside through the visualization, then reproduced into the physical world. So if you have problem in that power of visualization, work on it. This Kriya will activate that power of visualization as well. Okay, got it? Okay. So how many of you are going to do 21 days and read some scriptures and see what open up? Okay, great. Please, Paramashivoham, do you take a picture of the group? Can you take a picture of the group? So that
If I take, it means I unshare, means it will be recorded.
Okay, maybe under data you can take. You take the picture of the group. Let me just here for a second. You take a picture of the group and a screenshot of the attendees, and then I'll take a picture of this people. So you done ready? Okay, I take a picture of this so that we can so I can actually report it. So all of you just sit. So great. See, this is what I do. I explore all these different techniques or different powerful kriyas given by Swamiji. And in my, like, I do a period of time and let my body go through different things, different experiences. This is like, it's like using the body as a playground, you know, to explore the possibility and play with it. This is maybe a living yogi's pastime, because you do not know what is going to happen and you just basically like have fun, you know, like a playground, you know, with Paramashiva and your body. So this is what something you can discover. Okay, great. So with that, shall we conclude with a Purna mantra if there's no further question or no question here? Okay. So you can unshare now, Ma Paramashivoham. Then we can all conclude. So let's thank you all for joining. Whoever is joining here in the Adinam, on the Zoom, also on the social media. I give a gratitude to all of you who spend the time to experience this powerful Nithya Kriya. So with that, let's finish off with the Purna mantra. Sit with the back straight. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamedavachyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Saubham Bhagavad Nithyananda Paramashivam Pauta Paramastu. Om